It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas in downtown State College, but the feel of Christmas has been spotty to say the least. Through December 13th, December's average high temperature in State College has been 47 degrees, a balmy 6.5 degrees above average. But even with the feeling of Christmas missing during the first couple of weeks of December, downtown State College merchants are optimistic on the season, saying that the warmth has actually brought out more foot traffic and increased sales. Steve Miska, owner of State College's Miska Jewelers, is just one of several local merchants reporting solid sales so far this season, due in part to the warm weather.
We have this store and we got a lot of foot traffic here. We have a store in Boalsburg and we're getting nice foot traffic there because it's been so nice out.
And it's not just jewelry stores that are benefiting from the warmth. Managers at Lions Pride on East College Avenue also report brisk holiday sales through the first half of December. Bustling downtown shoppers agree that the abnormally warm start to December has lured them to local stores earlier than normal.
Normally I start after Thanksgiving and go till Christmas, but this year it was earlier, and I think it's because it was warmer.
George Arnold, executive director of the Downtown State College Improvement District, points out that while the warmth is good for foot traffic, people may not be thinking about making winter purchases when it's mild out.
Foot traffic has been good. The weather's been a little bit warmer. At the same time, that can mean that folks aren't always thinking about Christmas because the weather's warmer and they're not necessarily thinking about the gifts that they need to purchase. It depends on what your store is or what avenue of retail you're in, as to whether or not people are thinking about your particular goods or not.
Steve Miska also agrees that some shoppers, especially notorious last-minute men, enjoy a festive scene while shopping.
As we get closer, I think it's really nice to have a blanket of snow, just so it's not to the extreme.
Despite the tranquil weather so far this month and the favorable early sales numbers, merchants aren't celebrating yet. The threat always exists for a late-season snowstorm that could bring these bustling State College streets to a standstill. And the threat of such a storm days before Christmas always leaves merchants concerned.
The weather's always a concern, especially the last few days, not only from the shopping standpoint, but a lot of the things we do with custom orders and special orders. We're always concerned about the weather as it relates to getting shipments in from who knows where all over the country.
Crippling pre-Christmas storms have happened before, some as recently as a few years ago.
I mean, that's happened before. I don't know if it was 2 or 3 years ago. The East Coast had a big storm. I know I have a lot of friends in the jewelry business out there, and they took a big hit the last couple of days, which are the biggest days of the season for most of us.
In the event of a big storm just days before Christmas, Steve says some people may just decide to avoid big purchases that year.
Those that were going to get major gifts got them. Some will get them after, but generally I think it slips under the cracks at that point.
That can take a big bite out of December sales, which typically account for at least 25% of annual sales. George Arnold agrees that a big late-season storm would be a worst-case scenario for local businesses.
If we had a 2-foot snowstorm, that might be considered the worst-case scenario.
In the event of snow, especially in the week before Christmas, the borough works hard to clear snow from the downtown area within 24 hours to ensure the safety of shoppers and success of merchants. So, if George could ask Santa for any type of weather during December to best benefit local businesses, what would be on his wish list?
Cold enough to flurry, but not enough to stick around.
Reporting in downtown State College for Weather or Not, I'm Michael Page.